What if I told you that some of the biggest financial meltdowns didn't happen to everyday people, but to those who seem to have it all? Fortunes worth hundreds of millions, even billions wiped out. Not by a single catastrophic event, but by a few quiet, devastating mistakes. These aren't just cautionary tales. They're multi-million-dollar lessons the rich paid dearly to learn. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 5 of the most shocking investment regrets from the world's wealthiest individuals. These are the mistakes they wish they could undo, and by understanding them, you can build your own wealth on a foundation of steel, not sand. So, let's get into the lessons you won't have to pay millions to learn. First up, the hype-driven disaster. You might think the ultra-wealthy are immune to FOMO, the fear of missing out, but you'd be wrong. When a new, exciting, and barely understood asset class explodes onto the scene, many of them jump in with both feet. They're driven by headlines, not by solid, time-tested principles. We all witnessed this with the NFT craze. For a moment, digital art seemed like the next digital gold rush. Everyone from celebrities to seasoned investors wanted a piece of the action. A glaring example is Justin Bieber, who reportedly bought a Bored Ape NFT for a staggering $1.3 million. It was a status symbol, a digital flex. But what happened next? Its value plummeted by over 95%. He wasn't alone. Countless others bought into the frenzy, only to see their digital treasures become digital dust. The lesson here is crystal clear. When an investment as primary value is derived from hype and social media chatter, the crash isn't a possibility. It's an inevitability. Real wealth is built on value, not virality. Next, we have mistake number 2, the overconfidence trap. This is one of the most common and heartbreaking regrets among the newly rich. It's the mistake of putting all your eggs in one seemingly golden basket. And often, that basket is the very company stock that made them wealthy in the first place. Think about it. You work for a company. You rise through the ranks, and a significant portion of your net worth is tied up in its stock. You feel like you know the business inside and out. You're part of the team, you believe in the mission. This deep familiarity creates a powerful blind spot. It makes you overconfident and blinds you to the inherent risk of non-diversification. The most tragic example of this is the Enron scandal. Thousands of employees had their life savings, their 401 kiloseconds, heavily invested in company stock. They believed Enron was invincible, a titan of industry. They trusted the leadership. When the company imploded under the weight of one of the biggest accounting frauds in history, it wasn't just the company that went bankrupt. The retirement funds of its most loyal employees were completely wiped out. They lost everything overnight. It's a brutal reminder that no single company is too big to fail. Diversification isn't just a strategy, it's your financial armor. Now for mistake number 3, which I call the invisible anchor. This one is sneaky because it isn't an investment you make, but a lifestyle you buy. As someone's income skyrockets, it's natural for their spending to increase. But for some, it doesn't just increase, it explodes. We're talking bigger houses or multiple houses, pricier cars, private jets, and entourage costs. This rapid lifestyle inflation creates incredible financial fragility. The money that was supposed to bring freedom and security suddenly becomes a source of immense stress, a golden cage. The poster child for this mistake is Nicolas Cage. At his peak, he had a fortune estimated at around $150 million. He spent it on a breathtaking collection of assets that didn't produce income. Multiple castles in Europe, private islands in the Bahamas, a fleet of luxury cars, and even a $276 $0 dinosaur skull that he later had to return. His spending was legendary, but it wasn't sustainable. Eventually, he faced serious financial trouble and owed the IRS millions. This isn't just about over-the-top spending. It's about the mindset. When your expenses rise to meet or exceed your income, you're on a treadmill. You have to keep earning at that high level just to stay afloat. True wealth isn't about how much you spend. It's about the gap between what you earn and what you consume. That gap is where financial freedom is born. Are you finding these lessons valuable? If you want to keep learning how to build real, lasting wealth and avoid the hidden pitfalls that even the rich fall into, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. We're dedicated to bringing you the financial insights that matter. Alright, let's dive into mistake number 4, the ego game. This mistake is born from pure, unadulterated ego. It's the belief that you can outsmart the market. Many wealthy people, especially those who built their fortunes through business acumen, think their success and intelligence will naturally translate to the stock market. They believe they can time it perfectly. So what do? Driven by fear during a market downturn, they sell everything, locking in their losses. Then, driven by greed when the market is soaring and headlines are euphoric, they pile back in near the peak, buying high. This cycle of selling low and buying high is a guaranteed losing game. No one can consistently predict the market's short-term movements. Not the experts, not the gurus, and not even the billionaires. The wealthiest people who stay wealthy have a different approach. They don't try to predict the rain. They build an ark. They stay invested through the ups and downs. They understand that market volatility is the price of admission for long-term returns. They let the magic of compounding do the heavy lifting for them over years and decades. They play the long game, not the ego game. And finally, we arrive at the 5th and perhaps most overlooked mistake, the silent fortune killer. This final mistake is the quiet, relentless erosion of wealth through taxes and fees. You can make a series of brilliant investment choices, picking winners and avoiding losers. But if you're losing a significant percentage of your returns to high management fees, transaction costs, and inefficient tax planning, you're trying to fill a bucket with a massive hole in it. Many wealthy individuals get so focused on the return percentage, the flashy part of investing, that they completely ignore the drag caused by these hidden costs. The regret here isn't about a bad bet or a market crash. It's about pure inefficiency. It's the millions of dollars lost not to a single event, but to a slow, steady leak caused by a lack of attention to detail. This is where the truly sophisticated investors separate themselves. They are obsessed with minimizing fees and optimizing for taxes. They understand that a dollar saved from taxes or fees is a dollar that can be reinvested and compounded. Over a lifetime, this attention to detail can be the difference between a comfortable fortune and a truly generational one. So there you have it. 5 of the most shocking financial regrets of the wealthy: getting swept up in hype-driven assets, betting the farm on a single investment out of overconfidence, letting your lifestyle outpace your wealth creation, trying to outsmart the market with your ego, and ignoring the silent killers of fees and taxes. If you look closely, you'll see a common thread running through all of these. They aren't failures of intelligence or market knowledge. They are failures of discipline, humility, and patience. The good news? You don't have to be a millionaire to learn from these multi-million-dollar mistakes. You can apply these lessons to your own financial journey starting today. Build your strategy on solid ground, stay diversified, live below your means, play the long game, and always mind the details. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think is the biggest financial mistake people make, rich or not? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.